Well, hello everyone. Can you believe it? But the cheap art supply Dollar Tree shop with me video has now become my most popular and most watched video, and I can't believe it. I'm really surprised by this. It was just a video that I kind of loosely came up with and thought to do, and I saw some other artists doing it, and it's at 13,000 views, which is absolutely amazing. And it's been a year since I made that video and people are still watching it, so I figured I'd go to the Dollar Tree. I'd see now in April of 2019 what has changed at the Dollar Tree, if there's any different art supplies that were not there last year, and then kind of do a review. If you're watching this video, I would like to know, why do you like watching Shop With Me's or product reviews? Is it because you want to see what's available at Dollar Tree that you might be able to purchase? I just am curious. I don't quite understand the Shop With Me culture, and I want to know what you enjoy on watching the Shop With Me videos. I'd really appreciate if you left your opinion in the comments. It would help me to keep making better content that you actually like to enjoy. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get shopping. I didn't know that the Dollar Tree had seeds. I always check the holiday section because you never know what you're going to find. But I didn't find anything in the Easter section today. Stickers, looks like they've got some nice spring stickers, but I don't really need any stickers, but these are really cute. I like these a lot. I'm just checking the office supplies section because you never know what you're going to find, but sometimes I find little gems. Ooh, scented pens. So I love felt tip pens, so I'm gonna get a couple of these. This is part of the craft section. I can't believe they have Mod Podge. That's crazy. It's a small bottle, but I'm gonna get some because it's only $1. And it looks like they've got some pencils. Oh, these ones are metallic. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, and watercolor pencils too. So I think I'm gonna get both of these. Let's see. More stickers. Some like vinyl letters. Oh, stencils. Don't need stencils. There's some pretty ones. Instruction paper, wall decals. I always check these, but I don't think I'm going to need any today. On the end cap, there was this, which has Crayola brand, which I don't typically see at this dollar store, so that's pretty cool that they've got some Crayola stuff. I'm probably going to get some Crayola crayons and some colored pencils maybe. I already got the metallic ones, so I think I'll be okay, but maybe I'll grab some regular colored pencils too. They've got a lot right now. You've got some glue. I don't need any craft glue right now, but that's a pretty decent size for $1. Oh, they have washable paint. I really don't need this right now, but that's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that here before. Calligraphy. Crayolography. So that's really cool to practice your calligraphy. Colored in map. So I don't need this, but that's actually really cool. I love collecting different types of maps, but I've already got way too many. Let's head to the party section. I always check the party section just in case. Sometimes there's little things that I can use for scrapbooking or for other crafting. I'm not seeing anything today. Wood beads. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't do a ton of beading anymore, but when I did, I mean, I've got way too many beads, but actually glass beads are really awesome. I've never seen those here before. I think I'm definitely going to get these green ones because I can use those in a variety of different projects. They have modeling clay. That's interesting. So I actually use Sculpey, so I'm not going to get this, but that would be a good place to start if you're just learning how to sculpt. Oh, they've got some cases. I don't know what this is. UV beads. That's interesting. Okay, but these storage cases are actually, for $1, that's not bad. I use them to organize my laser cut pieces. I think these are going to be a little bit too small for my pieces, but that's pretty good bead storage. Oh my god, they have mini clothespins! I love doing different projects with those. Oh, storage containers. I use these for mixed paint when I work with acrylics. It's good if you mix just the right color, you can actually save the paint in the little containers. I've also got wood, which I've never seen here before. These are going to be great for wood burning, so I'm totally going to get some. The wood's probably like really cheap wood, so it'll probably burn really fast, but I might be able to make some interesting ornaments out of these this year. A couple of different packages. Alright, so don't need any other crafting supplies. Oh, but they have canvases. So I might actually use these. Not sure. That's actually not bad. Alright, some paint. That's really not going to work. I know it's not going to work. And a watercolor palette too, which probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to get it just in case because I like testing out different watercolors. Oh, they have little clay sculptures. I used to paint these and sell them at craft fairs, but I'd go to Walmart and buy like 4 or 5 of them in a batch and paint them different colors. Got some different crafting things here. Looks like their craft section has gotten a lot bigger since the last time I was here. They've got palettes. I need some new inking palettes, so I'm probably going to pick these up. Always check the travel section for bottles that you can use. And also cotton swabs and foam swabs are great for crafting. Alright, so I'm back in the studio. I did end up getting the cotton set, the canvases. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or not because I'm going to be working on my Reckless journal today, but I thought it was worth the buy. Then these art palettes, which I'm definitely going to use. Those are actually pretty nice. Crayola crayons and watercolors. I also got this crystal building kit, which I'm not going to show in this video, but I thought was interesting. And I got these wood cutouts. I'm not going to show working on these right now. I'm going to make that a future video. But I got a whole bunch of different ones, some bugs, sea creatures, and sailing for some future ornaments. I think they're going to be a lot of fun, but we'll see how they burn. The Mod Podge, which, let's see, the consistency is actually half decent, so I think that that is going to be great. We've got the metallic pencils and also the watercolor pencils. I'm interested to see how the watercolored pencils do. I've had a lot of watercolor pencils, both cheap and expensive over the years. I also got these felt tip pens, which I don't know if I'm going to use them today, but we're going to go ahead and give them a try. They have a really nice tip to start with. And I got 4 different colors. This is Natasha from the future, just letting you know that I ended up using the canvases, just the frames. So I ripped off the canvas and I stretched my own really nice watercolor paper over the frames, and I may show that in a future video if you guys are interested. And I've been able to do watercolor paintings on them. So buying a frame that's already pre-made for $1 is actually not bad at all. They are hot glued or wood glued instead of being actually stapled, so I did reinforce them with some extra stapling on the actual frame itself. But again, for $1 it's really not that bad. So I'm going to use the metallic pencils first, and I'm going to be working on Wreck This Journal so that I can make this video both a cheap art supply and also a Wreck This Journal. If you missed my other Wreck This Journal videos and you want to catch those, you can see them in the description box below or in the eye above. I love doing Wreck This Journals when I have time to do them. I'm going to go ahead and start with connecting the dots page, and I'm going to try out these metallic pencils first. So I'm just having a little fun and doodling. I'm not trying to do anything super fancy. I'm just trying to see how the materials work. And these metallic pencils were okay. They had a little bit of a metallic sheen to them, but not too much. And their coverage was half decent. I felt they were a little bit too soft. It was harder to get hard lines, although that did depend by color. And you'll see like the green kind of was very faint, but the gold was very, very bright. So some of the colors worked better than others. At some point here, I'm going to start coloring over the black dots. And yeah, right there. So that actually made them really shine. So I would say if you're going to use these metallic pencils, I would definitely invest in some black construction paper to work on, because they were relatively dull on the white paper, but really, really got that metallic-y color and sheen on the blacks in particular, which I thought was pretty cool. I did try blending them a little bit. It didn't really work too well. I would say probably not the best for blending, and better for just like solid color or line work, maybe some Zentangle work if you want to work in different colors. It just was interesting to see how they reacted to each other and how they reacted to the different types of sheens in the page. So overall, I would say that's fine. I left it undone in the Wreck This Journal because I'll probably go back and use different materials. Obviously, Crayola crayons, everyone's probably used these both at school or maybe with their own kids. But I did use Crayola crayons, and I was just playing around with being able to blend them because I haven't worked with crayons since I was a kid. So here I actually did 2 overlapping hands, and then I tried to blend the colors together where the hands overlapped. It was actually a really fun process, and even though it was completely unnecessary, I finished this entire page because I just really was having fun working with it. I was really surprised to see the Crayola at the Dollar Tree. We don't usually have Crayola there, so I don't know if they got like an overstocked batch or something, but that's the first time I've seen Crayola there. And honestly, if you're going for a cheaper art supply, Crayola is not bad. They make some very good products. Side note, does anyone honestly remember the Crayola video game? Because I definitely remember there being a computer game that came in a cereal box that was run by Crayola, and I played games that had to do with color. I wonder if I could find that somewhere. Another thing I didn't cover in this video, but that I kind of touched on a little bit in the last video, was that you can also buy nail polish. And I've talked with a couple of different people, and some people were telling me that if you add in different additives to water it down, you could actually get some really fun paint and enamel paint and paint pours with nail polish from the dollar store, which is cheaper than buying the acrylics that you need to kind of do some paint pours. So it's another interesting thing that you could probably play around with, but I haven't worked with it personally. Do you guys like paint pour videos? If that's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. I've seen some really fun string paint pour videos that have been going around on YouTube, and I would love to give that a try if you guys want to see that. It's not something I normally do, but so I really wanted to try out this Mod Podge, and I wanted to see if it was watered down or if it was the same consistency. I really shouldn't have gotten the glitter out, but it was a weak moment. I said, oh, I have this glitter here, I will go ahead and do some glitter. And I was going to try to Mod Podge some different things on the page, and then I went for like this sunflower, which was made with glitter, and the center was a Mod Podge piece of paper. It was a bad idea. It was a really bad idea. And right about this point, I was like, I've completely destroyed this entire journal. Right about this point, I was thinking, I've completely destroyed this journal. I should have never used glitter or Mod Podge. So I ended up peeling out the paper and just using the glitter and trying to make that an interesting sunflower pattern on the inside of the journal. I would say definitely Mod Podge consistency, not watered down, and so if you are lucky enough to find Mod Podge at your Dollar Tree, then go ahead and get some because it works really, really well. I just unfortunately was making a mess of that page. So it didn't work out for me. I was having a hard time picking a different page to work on next, but I ended up going with just a quote, and I'm using the watercolor pencils. And the one thing that I wanted to test with these was not only the coverage that the single watercolor pencils allow for, but also the blendability. So there's a couple little spots where I blend in 2 different colors and then add in some water. So I would say overall pigment was fairly decent. I was really surprised by these pencils. They worked really well. I thought the coverage was good. The color is very, very light, so I think you would have to wait for it to dry and do multiple layers if you wanted a very dark, heavy pigment color. But if you're going for like that pastel look, I think these could work really nicely to produce some good, maybe some flowers or a still life of some sorts. The line work worked well, and also you'll see at the bottom here in just a second that I blend 2 colors, and they blend actually really well. I would say some colors are a little bit stronger than others, so they overpower. Like you'll see here, added a little bit of green, and it did kind of overpower the entire thing, but still really not bad at all. And I think they're pretty useful colored pencils, or watercolor pencils. So if you see those, definitely pick some up. Now I'm going to try this watercolor palette. I am not going to use the brush. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Those brushes are a waste of money. But I am going to use this brush here, which was available at Walmart. You can get a whole pack of them, I think for like $5, maybe even a little less. And there was a pack of like, I think 20 or 30. I use Walmart brushes. I have my really expensive watercolor brushes, but I also really enjoy cheap brushes as well. I use them for all the different jobs that I think would destroy the brushes, like for example some of the wood burning projects that I do, some of the ornaments that I do. I use cheap brushes because they get destroyed really quickly, and so to buy expensive brushes really doesn't make sense for that kind of project. So as far as these watercolors go, I was testing out doing different washes, different layers of color. They worked all right, actually. but the amount of watercolor in the palette itself was very deceiving. There was a very thin line of color, and I very quickly was getting to the bottom of the palette. The palette itself is deeper than the wells are. So it makes it look, when you buy it, it makes it look like you have a deep palette, but in actuality you only have a thin layer of color. So if I was to actually use this for an entire painting, I really don't think it would last more than maybe a couple small paintings, but maybe like one large painting. That being said, the consistency was pretty good and the blendability was okay, so I definitely would give these kind of a pass if you are just getting started in watercolors. But if it's between the watercolor palette and the watercolor pencils, definitely go for the watercolor pencils. So I tried out the felt tip pens, and they really worked, so I really loved them. And since this video has been filmed, I've been using the felt tip pens in my journaling, and I really like them. The color is great, the coverage is great, and I definitely would recommend that brand. The only thing I have to say is that the scents that they had were not very pleasant to begin with, and over time they've gotten even worse. So don't buy them for the scents, buy them for the colors. That's it for this cheap art supply shop with me and review. I hope you enjoyed this video. I was thinking of maybe doing a Michaels run or maybe a Walmart run sometime. If you're interested in seeing one of those videos, please do let me know, and make sure you answer the question I asked at the beginning of this video. I want to know why you enjoy cheap art supply challenges, and also shop with me. I'm really curious to hear if you want to see more of that content on this channel. As always, thank you for watching. I make new art videos every single Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe. And all of my videos are made through community suggestions, so please let me know your thoughts, because they really do affect the content that I produce. Until next time, remember to create, love, and travel on. Bye!